Wake up, Zambia.
Good morning. Good morning.
A brand new morning experience is coming your way. Introducing the Power Breakfast, where the queens of breakfast serve up the hottest conversations, freshest hits, and everything you need to start your day right. Catch the Queens of Breakfast every weekday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Power FM and Dstv. And no, this isn't an April Fool's joke. It all begins April 1st. Power up your mornings with the Power Breakfast.
Power Breakfast.
Vatra, made for all and made for life. It's also made for you to be a winner this very morning. It's as easy as you calling us up on 0955-997-997. But also another thing that you need is some energy to get your day started.
Yes, you definitely need some fit in your life. Sports drinks don't have to slow you down with the cup made for your convenience. You spend more time moving and less time opening bottles. All you have to do is get yourself a bottle of Fit sports drink brought to you by Vatra to get you replenished, recharged, and rehydrated.
Yes, that is true. And our game for today, rather for Drink Different, what we have is simply just a song. These are songs you hear all the time. Power FM is known for playing hits all day. And most likely you've heard this hit here and there multiple times. And all you have to tell us is who sang the song, what the name of the song is. But there's a caveat to it.
Yes.
We've chopped up the song. We've mashed it up. We've played around with it.
We had to. Don't throw me under the rug this time around, Shekinah.
That's why I said we, as a collective, together.
No, you know what? Let me throw you under the rug. This was all you. This was all you, girl. It was all you. Yes. Let's start from there. Let me throw you under the bus. But anyway, as a collective, we had to come up with this song, and we know that you're going to know it because it has gone viral on these social media platforms, and it's going to be easy for you to just say, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. But then, yeah, it can be easy, it cannot be easy, depending on how good your hearing is. So keep your ears to the ground. Make sure that you get to drink some Fit by Vatra to keep your brain fit so that we know that I know what you guys are playing. I know that song. I know it. And then, yes, you have to tell us if the person who even featured, who sang it. And yes, that's what we want to know.
Exactly. But first, here's a little bit information, or rather some information about Fit sports drink, Fit for life.
Some days test your limits. The grind, the sweat, the push. It all takes its toll. But you're not a quitter. You rise, and within reach is that which you need in order to refuel. Fit Sports Drink gives you the edge. Packed with electrolytes for hydration and antioxidants to fight fatigue. It helps you bounce back stronger, faster, better. Fuel your drive. Rehydrate, recharge, and reclaim your day. Fit by Vatra. Fit for life.
Drink Different Power Breakfast. Brought to you by Vatra Mineral Water. Vatra, made for all, made for life.
If you're asking yourself, okay, what is the song? Play the song now. I want to see what it is, or rather I want to hear what it is so that I can call you up, then do so. And ironically enough, we are getting calls, but...
Give us what you got.
Yeah, but what are you
give
going to
us what
answer?
you got.
But when we pick up right now, before we play what the clip is, what's
just
the
wait.
answer?
They have to wait.
Okay, so
you have to wait. If you're the ones like, yeah, let's see what you got. Just wait.
So here is the soundbite.
Let's get it crushed. He says, got me no feeling. Let's get it crushed. He says, got me no feeling. Let's get
Drink Different Power Breakfast. Brought to you by Vatra Mineral Water. Vatra, made for all, made for life.
So So easy.
I heard LSK.
Right?
LSK. Yeah, it can be LSK. Maybe.
Possibly. But if you think, this sounds so familiar, I think I know what it is. We're going to play it one more time, and all you have to do is call us up right now while the phone lines are open, and that's on 0955 997 997. But also you can call us up on 0979 192 485. Is Fortrace possibly throwing off by saying she's hearing LSK? And is the song really truly LSK?
LSK. It can be. It can be.
Or is it completely different and you're like, I know what the song is. My gut is telling me this song is LSK by LSK. If that is so, call us up right now. But here's the soundbite one more time.
LSK.
Drink Different Power Breakfast. Brought to you by Vatra Mineral Water. Vatra, made for all, made for life.
Any guesses?
This is gonna be interesting. I'm just seeing Shekinah's face right now. If you're watching us, I am looking at Shekinah and she's like, oh, we got you.
Who's we? No, that is not what my face is saying. My face is, I hope that there's somebody who's able to recognize this song and calls in and says, you can't fool me. I know what this song is. You know, I know what it is, even if I was just hearing whispers of it.
Yeah.
Even if it was just, I would know what it is. Even if it was just the instrumental,
Yeah.
I would get it.
If your brain is a musical encyclopedia and you're like, I know what song it is. No matter, even if you're gonna switch it up, we're just gonna cut this part. I am going to know what that song is.
Even if it was just a second of it, I would get it instantly. If that is so, if that is you, then call us up right now. That's on 0955 997 997 or on 0979 192 485. Or even just guessing. You know those people who are really lucky and say a random song, but they are actually right on the money?
Yeah.
So that could be you. Who knows?
Maybe we can give them hints. No?
Hint for what?
Yeah.
You simply just have to tell us what song you think it is. The song is hint enough.
I am hinting it's LSK. that's just what I can tell you. She kind of said no. Don't say too much.
You have to earn it, essentially. I mean, is any game really easy? Do we give hints or we give you, this is the game, give us the answer?
LSK. Yes, it is. Just think about it. Think about it so hard. Think about it. For this particular one, you have to think about, like, what song is it? We have switched it up a little bit by reversing it.
That is true. That is true. And you can call us up. That's on 0955 997 997.
That's a hint. That's how far I can go. I've given you all the nitty-gritties of what you need to do. Hello, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you doing today?
I'm not okay.
You're not okay.
What's the
Yes.
problem?
Why, Mr. Malambo?
You are giving us LSK. You shared so much.
It can be LSK.
Wait, guys.
What
You should
worry
be
about
happy,
that LSK? Think about think about it.
Okay, what do you think it is, though? What do you think the song is?
No, I don't know. Serious, complete.
Just try. Random.
I'm lost. Totally lost.
I'm sure you've heard it somewhere. Maybe it was playing, maybe in your car or somewhere. You just heard it somewhere, but then you're like, yeah. Just give it a guess. Give it a guess.
Just say a random name.
Serious, I can't even guess.
Well, Mr. Malambo, still we appreciate that you've called. It's okay if today is just not for you. You can still try tomorrow as well. I'm going to play the soundbite one more time in case you're also just hearing LSK and you're thinking, I don't got this. But we do have one more caller. And hello, good morning.
Yes, morning.
How are you doing today?
Near Wanji. Where is the problem? Vote ili patikane. Let's talk about it,
Zambia.
Maybe. I don't know. What do you think? Just give us the name. Give us the name of the artist. Who do you think it is?
Boy, Katayamo na Joe Boy.
Joe Boy? Okay. Okay, Joe Boy, and then the name of the song?
Yung so, ganam.
Maybe Jobo was singing about LSK.
Wait, please tell us what your name is before we let you go.
At you?
Kindly tell us your name and the first four numbers of your NRC.
Kama na po.
Four. Okay.
Okay, Bapo, Ziko Mokwambiri.
At you?
Ziko Mowapo, thank you very much for trying.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got Joe Boy. Maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong. You never know. But you simply have to call us up. That's once again on 0955 997 997. Here's the soundbite one more time. So he's feeling it might be outside of Zambia, maybe. If you're thinking, that's Vincenzo. I know Vincenzo's voice from a mile away.
Yeah.
You can't fool me. Well, here's the soundbite.
Let's get
Drink Different Power Breakfast. Brought to you by Vatra Mineral Water. Vatra, made for all, made for life.
Well, Vatra is made for life. That is so true. But also, maybe what you do need to drink is some Fit. Because Fit is known to be a cutting-edge sports drink that's designed to elevate fitness experience for enthusiasts, but even athletes alike. This seems like it's a mental activity because you have to think now. You're like, have I ever heard such a song before? And how can I play around with it to ensure that I put things properly, that I can get to the original song, for me to now say, it's this guy who sang this song featuring this person, maybe.
Honestly, I would love to give you hints, but Shekinah said, no,
Absolutely
don't do
not.
it.
Okay, maybe the hint that we can give is that it's not a Zambian artist.
Can I say the country?
No.
You see?
They're in Africa, though.
I want to help you, but then I can't. There's so much I can do for you. There's just so much I can do for you. And at this particular moment in time, at this particular juncture, I can't help you.
But if you think you've got it, do call us up. That's once again on 0955 997 997. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
We're good. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right, who are we speaking to?
You are speaking to Mwemba.
Mwemba. Okay, Mwemba, what's your full names?
Mwemba Hiramu.
Mwemba Hiramona.
Yes.
Okay. Mwemba, give us 4 numbers of your NRC.
1983.
All right. Are you ready to give us the name of the song?
Yes, madam.
Okay, Mwemba, what is the title of the song?
That should be LSK Lani by J Flash and Dismo.
Interesting. Thank you very much for coming through.
Yes.
Thank you, Mwemba. You know, he's singing behind, like, LSK.
Well, he could be. And we're almost done with this segment. Hopefully somebody gets to call in with the right answer. Maybe we do have somebody called in with the right answer. You never know. We're going to go on a break. And then when we do come back, I'm going to play the clip that I have been playing. And then what it actually sounds like. But before we go on a break, we do have another caller. Hello, Mr. Malambo.
I think it's Joe Boy, titled by Low Key.
Now you're on to something. Yes, now we are talking. Thank you very much for coming to
2363.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Malambo.
Okay, so he's like, I had nothing, but now I got something. It might be Joe Boy, possibly. But let's go on a break. When we do come back, we'll announce who the winner is. And that's if there even is a winner. That's for one. And then we'll play what the actual song is as well.
Drink Different Power Breakfast. Brought to you by Vatra Mineral Water. Vatra, made for all, made for life.
Vatra is made for all and it is made for life. So here's the song that you've been hearing, or rather the clip that you've been hearing, that we've been asking you. What does this song sound like? Who do you think it sounds like? So here it is now.
Let's get
But then, Is he really saying LSK, or is he saying something else? Or are they saying something else?
They are saying something else because it's the two of them.
So here is the actual song.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. You go put me for emergency. Shorty, excellent, excellent, excellent.
Not really LSK, is it? It's actually
McDonald Braid, better known as Kojo Black, who is a talented Ghanaian Afrofusion singer and songwriter who hails from Donsoman, a suburb in Accra. And he did feature Kelvin Boy. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Is what we're looking for. So
Excellent, excellent. I think they just pronounce words differently, mostly in Ghana and Nigeria. But then he was trying to say excellent, excellent, excellent. If you maybe play it one more time.
One more time. Okay, so here is the song one more time.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. You go put me for emergency. Shorty, excellent, excellent, excellent.
So that's what we were looking for. But in case you tried, still that was a valiant effort, and your efforts were not gone, or rather unseen. We appreciate them, but unfortunately, none of us or none of you gave us the right answer. But there's still tomorrow, there's still Friday, and there's still next week. In the meantime, just remember to drink your Vatra mineral water, but also your Fit
By Vatra.
You can see the energy that Fortrace has got. That's what you need
By
as well.
Vatra, yes, that's the energy you're gonna get from. You're gonna get a lot of recharging in your body if you drink some Fit.
Yes, definitely, as it's got a balanced blend of carbohydrates, nutritional minerals, electrolytes, and so much more. And if you're somebody that's very finicky about the flavors of drinks that you drink, guess what? It's got so many of them that you can try out. If you don't like one, it's not really your vibe, you can try another one. Or if you want to have variety each day and you want to say, I love excellence, and excellence when it comes to variety and drinks.
Excellent, excellent Fit.
Fit is literally perfect for you. But once again, this has been Drink Different, brought to you by Vatra. You can still try next week. Don't worry, we'll still be here. We're still giving you more chances and different games to play. And you never know, you might be a winner on one of these fine days.
Farmboy joining the Queens of Breakfast on Voice of the People. Our guest this morning, Mr. Jairo Ngoma, who is the Secretary General of the Leadership Movement. A very good morning to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Brother Patrick, and of course, Madam Shekinah. We are very grateful. It's a new year yet again, and we
Indeed.
are happy as Leadership Movement. Of course, the President was conveying what we can appreciate is that you are the fourth estate to do with governance. And we feel that the media, you were supposed to be given a better policy where with the load shedding around, look at the difficulties what you go through in terms of disseminating the information, educating us and entertain us. But it's sad that you are given names that you are liars. How can you be called liars?
Before we get too far, tell us about the Leadership Movement.
Thank you very much. Leadership Movement entails leadership. We are leaders. We are not mere politicians. We mean that as leaders, you need to have an ideology. An ideology we should inculcate people to work. And it should not just be people just using rhetorics. So Leadership Movement is a political party whose leader is Dr. Richard Silumbe. It was formed in the 2018. We took part in the 2021 general elections. Up to speed. If you are following, we are all over. We are in Nyimba recently. We are in Petauke. We have been very active. And as a party, we are a party which is based on the ideology of the people. For the concept of those who are listening for the first time, we are talking of the land. Land being our birthright. We are saying this land should be protected. We need to give it a protection in the name of the title deeds, because these title deeds, it means Zambia will be taken now as a serious country. No landlords, the landlords should be the Zambians themselves. And this land, it means, Brother Patrick, when you are no more, your children will be protected. Today, we are going through what we are going through, because land is being given, which is our birthright. Our minerals are there. You look at the arable land, but we ourselves, we have been given names that we are squatters in our own country. How do you relate to that? Look at Burkina Faso. They have taken charge of the natural resources.
So, you took part in 2021. How did you fare?
It was, the 2021 general election, it was a very crucial year because there was no time for campaigns if you follow what was happening there. And we didn't fare very well. And for leadership movements, because we are leaders, we pick it up from where we left. And if you check, going by ECZ calendar, you are going to see that we are no longer getting the zeros we used to get then. So that means that our ideology is slowly being accepted because we are the ones who started talking about ZNS run state mines. We are the ones who started talking about ZNS state farms. We are the ones who started talking about possessing what we have, the NAS, nationalistic agenda for Zambia, where we need to possess things of our own. Unlike you surrender all your minerals. Brother Patrick and Madam Shekinah, 60 years of independence. Imagine, our parents, they were not educated as they were. They were running the national airline. They had the Mansa battery, Mulungush textiles. Here we are. We are even surrendering our own roads to foreigners for a good 25 good years. You even surrender your toll gates. We are saying, under the leadership movement, you are going to see a different narrative where we take advantage of our young people, educated or not. Now, Brother Patrick and Madam Shekinah, we're not saying education is a bad thing, but we are coming from an engineering background ourselves. And Dr. Richard Silumbe, for those who are listening for the first time, he is a professor in engineering. He went to do his programs in Russia there. From Russia, he went to South Korea. So in engineering, we know that at this point, for one to dig a foundation, you don't require a document. All we are saying, if Zambians, Brother Patrick, can get free NRCs, we are about 18 to 20 million Zambians. How is it difficult for us to be also protecting our land? Because the title deed is not something that you can be trying to struggle. So what we are saying is the land should be protected. When foreigners come, we should partner with them in the win-win, unlike we surrender what we have.
So when you say partnering with foreigners, what do you say exactly? So then do we say we go into a 50-50 profit sharing? How exactly would you break it down if we say we're following what you are a big proponent of when it comes to customary rights?
Thank you very much. All that is colonialism. There will be nothing like customary land and state land. Look at the war happening in Russia-Ukraine war. They are fighting for their land. Israel-Palestine war, they are fighting for their land. This was a colonial setup whereby they tell you, oh, Patrick, imwe tamwikani ku customer land. He said to ku state land. Patrick mkapezeka ku state land, bamfuzani makweche, how have you found yourself here? But them, they come and displace you, give themselves titles, and they get what they see there. That's why they had a law which was saying you need to have what we call surface rights and underground rights. Now, what that meant was you can do agriculture on the surface, no problem. Should you get the wealth underneath, then you are called a name, you are illegal because you are interested in minerals. So what we are going to do as a leadership movement, the way we get NRC, it will be the same way land will be allocated to the Zambian people. Then you attach the value of the title deed. If you have a piece of land, fertilizer should be given according to your size of your piece of land, because you can't give fertilizer using the NRC. There are no hectareage there. So imagine a farmer is told, no, in my exam percent fertilizer, I know 100 by 100 hectares. Then you give them, say, 1 bag. How are they going to manage? But if you use the GPS now, you look at the size of that person, and once you give a title deed now, you, Madam Shekinah and Brother Patrick, it means you have the inheritance now. These foreigners, we don't hate them. What we are simply saying, if your piece of land can manage to have some sweet potatoes, let them not chase you. They should go in partnership. Look at East Pakmo, Unza, a very good example. If you go there, Brother Patrick, that land is under the title deed of Onza. But East Pakmo, they have gone into partnership with Onza. So after a specific period of time, they will leave. So that's a concept we are trying to educate ourselves, that we can't allow our country to be a playground where things are just given, the minerals are going, and you are clapping, mines are going to the foreigners. Look at Lusaka Stock Exchange. They don't even buy any shares there. The money, they go outside, and what we get is petty cash. So we were supposed to control things of our own. We are going to bring what we call the Mineral Reserve Agency, just like Food RA. FRA, they allow you, Madam Shekinah, when you grow your maize, you go there with no problem. They'll buy your maize. They'll not ask you about a license. But on the piece of land you are growing the very maize, you drill a well, you find minerals. If it's in Chongo, you have copper, Rufunsa, you have gold. They'll say, Timugwiran. That is colonialism. We needed to change the way things are supposed to be done so that Zambia, we start controlling things of our own, unlike allowing foreigners to take
Mr. Ngoma, you've touched on quite a number of issues. Maybe let's break it down. Tell us about the vision of the leadership movement.
Thank you very much. The leadership movement is mandate. Quickly, we've been talking tough about land ownership with title deeds. We've been talking tough about job creation, educated or not. We want ZNS to be the main contender in the aspect of production, because, Brother Patrick, you agree with me that the children that they have given them that to say they are junkies, that is capital. We were supposed to take them in these state farms. They become productive, meaning you and me, when we are doing our day-to-day transaction, you will not be prone to the violence which they are inflicting on innocent souls. So jobs, we are going to look at, we know they are in categories. There are those who are educated and those who may not be educated, but they have the muscular, they have the energy, and they have the innovation. So government will be the number one contender to go into state farms, and the government again will take advantage of the mines, because we are going to have what we call the NAS, Nationalistic Agenda for Zambia, where we as a country should take charge of our natural resources so that we control what our forefathers left us. Number 3, we are talking about tax breaks and tax holidays, meaning places like where we are here, you the media, if you are to compete like BBC, Al Jazeera and all that, there was supposed to be a policy where media should be helped to look at the state of art equipment, for example. How about there is plenty of energy in the community right now, which you, Brother Patrick, given the mandate, you can change their fortune, because you can even come up with the Zambian film industry here at Power FM, which you are already doing with your little resources. But imagine if there was a policy, those young people were going to be held by Power FM here, because there are a lot of activities you do here, but there's no supporting policy. So for us, we know that without the media, you can't talk of production. So production entails that information should go to the people, and the very people should be educated that you cannot fight hunger with loans. You can only fight hunger when you are inclusive. All your young people are taken to production. So the tax breaks and tax holidays, we are talking of local businesses, should also enjoy, unlike you allow foreigners just arriving at the airport, they're enjoying tax holidays. But you and me, just going at ZRA, there is a problem. So we're saying, support your local team. Local is like, that is the 4th pillar, meaning we ourselves, we need to take charge of what God has given us, because in case people don't know, where you see a national park, underneath Super Ken, there are minerals there. Where you see a forest, underneath there are minerals there. Where you see a state farm, there are minerals there. But you go and get foreigners with planes that know they are doing coordinates. What coordinates? We needed to take charge of what is already at our disposal.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ngoma. You can definitely tell that you're very passionate about this. And well, this is Voice of the People. We're giving you the chance to speak up. And you can call us up right now. Send us your messages. That's on 0955-997-997 or on 0979-192-485. We've touched on many, many topics. And well, I would like to find out what your party's position is when it comes to cybersecurity and the Cyber Crimes Act. This has been quite a big conversation lately in Zambia. What's your take on that?
Thank you very much, Brother Patrick and Madam Shekinah. To start with, we are leaders ourselves. We are very objective. And this is why when we speak, we have even made it very clear that even the church, we need to respect it. The office of the presidents, we need to accord it respect. But this is not to say that we can keep quiet when things are not going okay. The first thing that we are going to challenge ourselves as a people when we are making these laws, we should be asking ourselves questions. Is this going to build or is going to destroy? So the previous regime, they brought that law. The previous regime, they brought that law. At that time, the bill rather, it was a bill. At that time, we want to salute them because there was consensusness. That's why President HH at some point, he made it very clear. This law is not going to be okay for the Zambians to infringe on their freedoms and their liberties. And people listened. Alas, when he formed the government, why didn't go the same route of consensus? But what we saw was in no time, that law was suspended from Parliament. No, we are trying to do consultation. The next thing we hear, it has been ascended to law. Now, if we are to challenge here, UPND, we cannot blame them. We are blaming the people who brought it without thorough consideration. And now, we are warning our UPND. This very cyber law, it will crack them down big time. Because if they have done it for the sake of the enemies, the opposition, what they should wait for is the same way the Public Order Act is brutalizing opposition. We are saying this in black and white. UNIP, Brother Patrick, when we took power, we went ahead with the colonial laws, and UNIP was finished by MMD, because UNIP carried along with the Public Order Act. When they left office, MMD finished UNIP. When PF came, Brother Patrick and Madam Shekinah, who finished MMD? It is a very PF. And Honorable Felix Mtatu was even ascended to...
Now, Mr. Ngoma, when you say you blame those who brought the cyber law bill, act, who are you blaming?
We are blaming the PF then.
Okay.
Because at that time, we were supposed to look at why is the production? Because we were supposed to be saying, how are we going to be manufacturing fertilizer, for example, in our country? If that was put now, we are going to challenge the head of state current now, say, how come you are not working on the aspect where we are talking of agriculture? You are a farmer yourself. So that bill was more like it, trying to target the enemy at that time. And these people also, wafika na vifukusha, wazini tukana cha beni. Okay, naine, nichi saina cha meneji, so tuone. So you see, if they were thinking productive, they were going to bring laws which were going to build the land that we are talking about, Brother Patrick and Madam Shekinah. You go to Chingola, you remember the incident which happened in Chingola. The poor people built something there. They said, no, up and per airstrip. They didn't waste time to break. But here in Lusaka, Forest 27, where the source of Chongwe River, they told us, no, Ngatitabwera will demolish it. They demolished it. So there is unfairness there. So where value is, we should be making sure that we concentrate. That's why leadership movement, if we were given the mandate, first thing on the agenda was the land. Land was supposed to be protected to every Zambian for as long as you are a Zambian. And when we do that now, if you bring your investors in your country, when we point them, mufuna ma potatoes, Chikankata we know is very good in terms of potatoes. They find Miss Avenzu is already on that land. They will not chase Miss Avenzu, they will cooperate with him. Unlike you chase Miss Avenzu and say there is an investor coming. Back to the cyber crimes. So the cyber crime law, we are saying this law is very retrogressive in our view, looking at the level we are advancing. Look at the Americans. They have FBI, they have CIA, which they work in collaboration to make sure that, this is what's supposed to be done. That law can only be backed up when we are people who are productive. We produce our minerals, our gold, our agriculture sector is on board. Then now we say, people should not be scamming us. We are going to bring laws which protect our wealth. So if you ask leadership movement, even you, the media, it is going to affect you somehow because you are here to disseminate the information irrespective of where it is coming from. But you'll be now operating with that, because what do they mean when they say critical information? It is very vague. They were supposed to break it down in black and white so that, because you, the media of the self-regulatory, and when they talk of critical information, what do they mean? So at that point, you find that you are infringing on the ability of people to operate. If Ngoma has been getting to my bus from South Africa, for example, 250, vazamkazika pants, iwe, tiuze, ndalama zako unazichosa kuti. Meanwhile Ngoma namba kulima ma potatoes, kumbuyo. So, what is going to happen with this law? It is going to give us problems because there was no sensitization in Makombo Umo. And because of that, people, we've been running programs, Brother Patrick and Madam Shekinah. Yesterday we were at Pasme FM, Petauke. And the participation of the people there, it was not as before this bill. Why opavantu? At wangati mange, you know kumuzi mwane koliri. Because they waona ni chintu choyofya, but said, imwe simutu kwa na vantu. Kambani pali chakudya imwe kuno kupetauke vanamusiani na vimaloni vimasafu pane mwezo vota vanampasani ndalama nanga uyu agriculture minister honorable Mtoro Pili why wenzo mgabisani mameda mafetilizer so muna mpamvu imwe zokamba.
So let me understand this, Mr. Ngoma. Are you saying that the Cybersecurity and Crimes Act should be revisited or repealed altogether?
Before we come to that stage, we were supposed to go in the consultative process like we did. So
should it be reviewed?
Yes, that's the point.
Okay.
Because we have people who have different understanding of these things. So you have to bring them on board so that they start understanding that chantaretera ira muro ni chinaichi. Same nandarama zamine his brother Patrick. There was no consultation. Tira vantu vanzatu ole mara kunja wali bemenso no braille there. Because
the braille is there on the new notes.
No.
It's there.
No. I'm talking from an informed angle. We have a young man by the name of Samuel Lipekesa.
Okay.
He's blind actually. I can bring him one of these fine days here. They've been having problems, people with disabilities. We have given him that position for a simple reason.
So there's no braille features.
There's no braille on these new notes. There's nothing. So this is why people have got problems, even you and me. Muona kugongewa mabasi wachosa 20 kwacha ati ai nezagaza ni 200 wambo vutana wachosa 50 kwacha ai nezagaza ni 500 ni pase na kupasa 2 pin. See, you know that kind of confusion even as people was able to see. So the point is consensusness is what is supposed to be done. So in summary, this cyber law that they have put into action, as we wish them well, but we are warning them. They should not cry the loudest because this will haunt them when they leave office. Because if you are going to apply law just to fix Patrick, so we are just telling them if they are, because the president, for your information, is a church elder. What happened when the church was insulted? Say you are Lucifers. We expected him to act as a church elder. So even now, let him listen to the people that he should not bulldoze things. No. Let him take it slowly and come to different places. I was at Unza yesterday. When I was even challenging that you here at Unza, did they bring such a law? So that I was with Chipo. By the way, you know the young man Chipo. I said, here at University of Zambia, we have brains. Why did the president for once say, no, I was here, so I want to find out from you, my colleagues, is this the right time for me to act such a law when agriculture is not taken care? You are producing your own fertilizer. It's going to Tanzania, 30 metric tons, 15,000 metric tons is going to Botswana. Then your own people are sharing medals. That does not augur well.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ngoma. And this is Voice of the People. In case you've just tuned in, then you have caught a conversation that we're having where we're giving you the chance to speak up as well. If you've got any questions, any queries, any comments, any additions as well, you can call us up. That's on 0955 997 997 or on 0979 192 485. In studio, we do have the Leadership Movement Secretary General, and that is Mr. Jairo Ngoma, who's just from touching on the Cybersecurity and Cyber Crimes Act. Once again, that's on 0955 997 997 or on 0979 192 485. And now, Mr. Ngoma, what policies would you say you'd introduce as the leadership movement if you're in power? And that's now to intend to increase transparency, but also accountability when it comes to the mining industry, because it seems you're quite vocal about this.
Thank you very much.
Maybe before you answer that, let me see if I can squeeze in a call. Good morning. Hello, good morning. You're through the Voice of the People. We seem to have lost that. Please go ahead.
Oh, thank you very much. To be very factual, you cannot talk of the security features before you touch on the well-being of the human beings, because on the pyramidal base, on the hierarchy of needs, there is food at the base, then we have shelter, then education at the end there. So we were supposed to prioritize first and foremost the aspect of production. This production should cut across. We should be allowing our people to go into the mode of production by giving them a policy where you and me, when we are engaged, we have the food security. ZNS should be the #1 key contender. And like what we saw in Nyimba, where that place was a state farm in Nyimba, and it was given to ZNS. ZNS, they went to the side where Mambo village is, where Lupenga is, and now when we went there during the by-elections in Nyimba, you saw the headman Daniel being brutalized, and we were there. We told them, ZNS, this is not your land. Where the state farm is ending is road 11. So now people were afraid of ZNS to say, Ngombe Kajumpa Chabe road, Wawa the police are 200. One person Mali City at EI. So we made it very clear to say, Muchoke in Uyunumuzi wa Mambo. If you've been there during the election, you saw where Mambo Day Secondary School is. There was a primary school there. That Mambo Day is the name of a village headman who is supposed to be taking charge. But wanaka fencing akajakaedi. What am I saying? I'm talking about the power of the land. People have got nowhere to graze their animals. They have been chased saying no animal. But I suppose unkala kuja. The boundary in road 11 kuja kulika ka center kwanza kulia mamiri sevantu kuja FRA. Point we are saying, if we empower our people with a productive mode, then we can say, okay, now, digital world. What should we do? We need to work on our protection of our information. As it is, you find that we are not following the sequence, because mwana simungambirire chabe kumupeleka ku school akalibokuja Madam Shekinah. So we needed to first and foremost sizauza abantu izati mzambo kudia katatu, sizauza abantu atineneka bwera dola, mankwala yali pa production. Mutenge mwana uyo opunzira na usapunzira waende mchitukuko. Wakaenda mchitukuko manje boma inkale #1, agriculture inkale nichani ni business. If zanka na FRA trucks, which will be helping poor people to take their commodity to Congo. So when you start using that, and on the very land you have uranium, which you can solve the problem of electricity, which is troubling us. Look at Burkina Faso. In 2 years, the young man, President Traoré, they have managed to sort that problem. They are now controlling their own God. And we are here saying, no, Sivinga Chitika, iyo Burkina Faso, no aid. They have cleared their bill, about $50 million US. Now they have said, Russia, help us with the currency, SIPA. And now they are doing things. So you don't rush to print the note. You are supposed to first prioritize production. So for us, we are not going to talk much. Ni pick and the shovel. Pa presidential portrait chendo vicho savage. Ukangena mu office mufuniko peza the coat of arms. Kuli mzimayuku, kuli mzibambo, we have the ego there, we have conquered. There will be nothing to talk about. Ma prisons will turn it to be labor camps. Malawi mufuna labor, borani kuno ku Zambia. I am a Bola beti, Russia and Ukraine, they have banned them. That energy, kuma state farm. That is how you fight poverty. Not where mwendo gulama mattress mpeleka ma prisons mkaenda ma boarding schools vana bagona ma floor. So what is that?
So Mr. Ngoma is saying that we must prioritize farming or agriculture before we even go to mining.
Madam Shekinah, you are a mother. Look at what happens. He said tinkala mkomboni mtumi dada out. Bambo Patrick wa test kugula unga wangu wasonkera na ma 50 kwacha uzimani. Po gawana nukuguma na mitu. Because chakudya, that's where our lives starts from. So if you are going to negate, UNIP inaenda ninjara mine, MMD inaenda ninjara mine, wa PF wanakambati unga na kadarism. So na mine ababa. If they think Zambians in their quietness, isa we can tell you tenze pa ground, Bambo Patrick njara iliko this year. Wasazina abantu ati mvula inaloka, but mulimi wezo kumkonza bwanji. How was the preparation of a farmer? Because mvula inaloka mo chenjera. So wajiwenza kuna tungombe, wagula fertilizer yao. Hapa pelekeko ku Malawi kuja. Muna wazede next foot vampoka ntu mabagi tuane tumulinato. So that you cannot tell us that you have a priority to do with agriculture. Agriculture ndipo yambira, Madam Shekinah and Brother Patrick, because once you do that, all of us will think properly, even when they want to bring the cyber bill. We'll be participating. Natulia, we have eaten and you are very sober. Now with the hunger, even mwana mkera sakusira na njala. So, what are we saying? Njala paeka ni matenda. So, wazimayi manyumba mu, we are asking you, respect your husbands, na mwazibambo, kondani wazimayi manyumba mu. Because the economy, the way it is in the hands of the foreigners. We have no control whatsoever. So we need to take charge of our God-given resource. That's the number one priority. And land is our game changer. That's why we are going to emphasize that everybody, educated or not, rich or poor, land has to be prioritized so that we are competitors in our own economy. Unlike the foreigners, they come, they chase us, all of us, and say we are squatters.
This is Voice of the People. If you want to contribute or you have a question for Mr. Jairo Ngoma, who is the Secretary General of the Leadership Movement, you can come to 0955-997-997 or 0979-192-485. Let's switch gears. Let's talk about the constitutional amendment proposals. What's your take on that?
Thank you very much. Again, that is not an emergency, Brother Patrick.
Kindly hold your thought. Let's see if we can squeeze it on. We lost that. Please go ahead.
That is not an emergency because if you follow very well, the UPND, when in opposition, they cried the loudest when the bulletin was about to be brought, and they the ones who shot down the bulletin.
Good morning. You're through the Voice of the People.
Good morning, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Your names and where you're calling from?
Maponga from Gotv.
Please go ahead with your question or contribution for Mr. Jairo Ngoma.
Mr. Ngoma, sir.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I've been following this program, and what I would say is you seem to be very, very loud. And so how do we know that you won't be like other, governments that have been very, very loud, just saying things, but without even fulfilling their promises? That's my question for you.
Many thanks indeed.
I didn't even get the question.
He says you seem to be very loud. How will you not be different from other politicians?
Oh, okay.
In a nutshell.
All right, okay. Oh, thank you. Brother man, I didn't get your number, but I want to appreciate you. This is the engagement, Brother
Maponga.
Mr. Maponga, right?
Maponga.
Oh, Master Maponga. Mr. Maponga, we are very grateful. You are a parent and you are a concerned citizens, and this is what we are here for. We need Zambians like you to start understanding things that a t-shirt is not a program, a chitenge is not a program. We should be challenging politicians who come here. What is it? What agenda are you bringing apart from printing the t-shirts? Leadership movement will be totally different. As I'm talking right now, Brother Patrick and Madam Shekinah, in this regime, Kawe, Mpima Forest there, that place is been degazetted by the previous regime. Those people were almost chased by this regime. Kawe Municipal Council went to Mpima Forest, a sad part, a life was killed just at Mpima prisons. I was with KNC when we went there. A body was lost, he was pangered there because of the confusion. When I went there, the president assigned me. When we went there with KNC television, we discovered those people had the documents from the Ministry of Lands. And we told them, you were council. And graders were there waiting because they were just finding beacons in their portions. We said, these are Zambians. Why is it that when it comes to voting, you come here, then you chase them, then who are you going to replace them? Thanks to Leadership Movement and Dr. Richard Srumbi, those people are there. Talk of in the previous regime, Zauko area, airdrome, may the soul of Brother Tutangruwe rest in eternal peace. He was their lawyer there. We went and stopped the nonsense. We went with your neighbors here, Prime Television. Records are there. If people can go to YouTube, they'll find us. And what we did there, we saved a lot of lives. People are still there. In Livingstone, we don't stay there. So the difference is that Leadership Movement has got the ideology base. Lumezi, you followed what was happening. They almost wanted to chase people when they found God there. We were at Feel Free in Chipata. That's why they followed us. We went there, and as we are talking, people of Lumezi, they are in peace.
Mr. Ngoma, your views on the constitutional proposed amendments?
The Constitution, this is what we are saying now. This is not something that we can waste time on. The President HH should remember that the very defective constitution is saying defective. He shot down the bulletin where the delimitation nivizungu veka brother Patrick delimitation vambuya kutoa mveleko mng'ombe tandauza vimaro vikakula ati mchijueko pakati kuti chinkaleko chopepuka kusevenza but never zokana wa president hivi vapanewenze mu opposition wa president HH. He refused it. He says no, I'm not going to succumb to this. And now before he goes ahead, he should come to the Zambians and ask for forgiveness and say, I'm the church elder, I'm sorry. What I did, I was not thinking properly, because these are the very things I'm saying today. In the current constitution, where is it saying that a youth cannot stand? If Munia Zulu stood on the same constitution, which youth is it talking about? How about the blind people? Where is it saying that the blind people cannot take part? Then he wants to bring it on board. Which economy can you tell us, brother Patrick and Madam Shekinah, that you can develop by just including the youth and people with disabilities, forgetting that where it matters most is production. That's why when he was talking of voluntary ZNS, we are laughing. It should be productive ZNS. When they were talking of ZNS running the mines in 2027, we are laughing, because why 2027? Us, we are the ones who started it. And the ZNS Mirimiu, Kukopa Belt Wakambat Unga Malonda, who started on the 10-point plan, there was nothing to talk of production. They came as capitalists, these people. So who's got a solution? So the constitution is not something that we can waste time on. Our president should just work on the high cost of living, and he should make sure that fertilizer should be sorted out before we come to the so-called the delimitation. And which youth did he agree with? Okay. Is it the youth and women? So we are here to bring the Chikond, the love, the Garamukan, so that Zambians should come to understand that we are controlling our resources, unlike we allow foreigners to take our own birthright, as it were. Okay, noted. This is once again Voice of the People, and as we get closer to wrap up, you can definitely call us up, send us your messages of your thoughts, your opinions, your contributions as well. That's on 0955 997 997 or on 0979 192 485. We're taking your calls, we're taking your messages right now, and actually we have noticed that we've got the Tonse Alliance, and so there is a saying that there's strength in numbers. Is the leadership movement possibly thinking or open to the idea of forming an alliance with other political parties in the near future? Thank you very much. Numbers are very good. That we can't dispute from it. But without an ideology which brings you people together, then you are just wasting your time. So as leaders, we are leadership movement. We've been very objective, asking ourselves, when you go to the registrar of society, you are not going to find an organization. On the line. Hello, good morning. Hello. Jairo Ngoma. Yeah, Wanji bwana. Na wa president bambera bahagainde bamene mukamba. Banuza apa balevi ngoma tu wauze wa Jairo Ngoma freedom moment na baita as a UPND kulibe kukumenya uri mu studio ngo zikambira. Ukachoka hapo Jairo Ngoma zaenda umweti ku nyumba tawe ya PF munai kutiliwa matia gasi mu studios. Ma post newspaper anali kuvaliwa, ma prime TV anali kuvaliwa. So bitu kukosimu bione wa Jairo Ngoma bioneka. Masiku ano ni kupanga che family planning yako ndio ni balewana 20 azilongo kwanza kubadia. Kuliba za kumenya. Ungaende Zambia yonse kuambira kuruwafula ku Eastern kukamba kitundu chili chose ngati ndiwe venda ungagulise umasikio kuyanda ya market to market. No capitalism. Ni UPND pamene ya fighter. Simu kitabu pamene mukama na load shedding. Ya fighter bindu bambili maninga yako tingati mwana kulichenye. Kulibe insa utoro ngati mwenda pa town uzanda pa bantu bambili wango gulisa jabe kulibe iwe ishani kulibe ukupotina kuvala chitenje cha redo cha bidinja mesufuna. Otherwise mamene ngakuzile Jairo Ngoma continue talking, but UPND ilipo bizambo kusunganda wa president bahakainde hikiri magupasa security kuti life yako nayo ipitiwe chifuka ndo Zambia.
Zeko Mogombe. You want to respond? I believe that's Brother Proud.
Yeah, let me appreciate. Brother Proud is, I don't know which doctorate he's doing, but Proud, muziuza wantu dokota wanu. why simukamba vinachitika kunyimba kuja va proud mukamba maningi pa violence but vinachitika kunyimba vana wanatibula mfumo.
We've got another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. You're through the voice of the people.
Morning, how are you, moderators there?
Fine, thank you. Your names and where you calling from?
My name is Philemon from Chitulika, Zambia.
Please go ahead with your question or contribution.
Thank you. Allow me to completely disagree with your guest there, who has opted to mislead this country. Achievement UPND, he is talking about fertilizer. Recently, NCZ will start producing at high capacity. A component was bought recently, just this week. United Fertilizer, 900 million has been offloaded in that plant, which means we will not be importing both urea and D compound. You know, this is a pressing issue that has given us problem in terms of exchange rate, because we've been offloading dollars in a foreign country. Now this time the dollar will not be spent. Will just be will be getting fertilizer within the country. So which means the dollar will appreciate. The other issue here is ZDNS. ZDNS is very productive. In Muchinga, Southern Province, Central Province, they have identified, Northwestern Province, they have identified areas where they will be producing maize at the highest level. So, he is saying that the ZDNS concept has been plagiarized. No, it's not you who brought the ZDNS. It is Kaunda era, unit era. ZDNS has been in existence for a long time. So for him to say, no, this idea of ZDNS has been plagiarized, I think he's misleading the country. What is needed here is solutions. As long as those solutions are good, you can still use it. You know, rather than saying, no, ZDNS is our concept, what. So what is needed is development. UPN is for development. That's why you are seeing that CDF has been given equitably, fairly throughout the country. Previously, CDF was given on partisan line, on a stronghold of PF. This time, everybody is enjoying CDF. And we are seeing... Hello?
Yeah, many thanks. I think we get the gist of your contribution. Many thanks indeed.
May God bless you. People are celebrating in the rural areas because of the unprecedented development, and you are anticipating bumper harvest this year. A bag of meal will be affordable. These opposition parties who have not...
Many thanks indeed. We'll allow someone else to come through. Good morning. You're through the voice of the people. Good morning. Okay. I think that's a bad line that we have there. Maybe you want to respond to the last two callers.
Yeah, thank you very much. Brother Patrick and the listeners out there, there are those of our friends who are having the challenges of this life. We are saying,
good morning. Good morning, you're to the voice of the people.
Good morning, boss.
Morning, your name and where you calling from?
My name is Nicholas Mangara from Kalabo.
Mr. Nicholas, good morning. Please go ahead with your question or contribution for Mr. Jairo Ngoma. We seem to have lost him. As you were saying, Mr. Ngoma.
Yes, thank you very much. Quickly, we want to make it very clear, Brother Patrick, we are not praise singers ourselves. We are leaders. So, my praise singers, vali mchalo chao. Tikambokamba pano, kuti vakamba violence. Va proud yawa, wise wanakambe vinachitika kupetauke. Ngatipati ya uribe violence. Where a headman, he was beaten, unga kungamba, maunga na nyumba washoka, tenzeko kuja. Why is he pretending today that no, there is no violence in this regime of theirs? Cadres are there and then pa heroes yap. So what we are here for as leadership movement is to spark the minds of the Zambian people that we need to go the route of production. That's our emphasis. And if we are talking, njara sisi wati nduendani, nduwe political kada nduendani, our proud wanavana. And he said, Ngatwazati Kanga proud, who continue talking for his children. Because we need inheritance. Garden whenever we are proud, palibe na farm panevari patch. We want land to be a game changer. And when we speak like this, go to New Kasama, where my president is. It's just some few meters to reach to Community House. Just next to our president, Dr. Richard Sirumbe, there is a bare land there. It's going at 200 million kwacha because it's titled 50 by 50, that is. Now, that is not because the president is there, no. It's the value of the title deed. So, if the land can be given the title deed, my grandmother in Inyimba there, automatically that land changes, it becomes expensive, it becomes viable. One can use it to access land to access tractors so that they develop on that land. So if you have people who are so much to themselves, they see nothing wrong. Because our question are you aware that United Chemicals Fertilizer is a subsidiary of China? Are you aware of that? We are talking of nitrogen chemicals of Zambia where we own things of our own. How come you claim Mupanga fertilizer but umpeleka ku Tanzania? Dar es Salaam 30,000 metric tons. Mupanga fertilizer, United Chemicals Fertilizer. Wenzeko kunchwala ceremonies mwenzeko brother Patrick. Wakamba will be making fertilizer here. But fertilizer is going. So we can't blame United Chemicals Fertilizer. It is a policy of the UPND. We were supposed to be making fertilizer as a country so that poor people in these remote areas are helped. How come today people are sharing medals? Nishi wa pepa fwaka ya branch bambo Patrick what consequently enda bantu wakole wachabi wakamba meda. What is that? By the way, meda is just a local version of sharing. It's like mwagula penti wanapanga kakopo kaja wakapasa zina. So now if you are producing here, why are you not managing to give your farmers? So these are some of the issues that we are talking about, not politicking. Because if you are going to waste time with praise singers, thinking we are all of us, so we are proud, what is insinuating at Mo Masuka Mungabari, 20 chikulibi. Ndiye vantika amba hivi, muza vantu ati meter fall, without any logic. Ndana anga endo onkala na nyumba yake, mayuthi wakangi onkala manyumba kamba kanjala mine. Instead miambile ku production, then muuze bana, wankali na chitukuko, ija namba ende kuchitukuko. But imwe, you are telling wana wanzano ati meter fall. Instead za muuzani kunja huko. Osa wafunse ni wambile kupeleka bana wao. Why is it that we don't have the production antidote? So imwe wa proud, mubweze mawayo, yo uza vantu kuti bambo bara chibale.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
Okay, you can go ahead. What is your question or contribution?
Your names and where you're calling from before?
I'm come from to Southern Province, Jakarta. Okay, please go ahead with your question or contribution. Your name, by the way? This is Chobekat. Okay, please go ahead. Sameni fulan kamba ini kutako in college wamene wakamba. Injala singa leke njala ngati mvula si kugwa. So you don't get advantage. Ukamba njala 3 years mvula si kugwa. So to finish up njala, if mvula ikugwe maningi. So don't get advantage to say yeah, lot of njala. Let's to campaign on your other side, not in njala. We are expecting God to bring rain here. Huh? That's why there is a lot of anger that we have in this country. Thank you.
Many thanks. 0955-997-997, 0979-192-485. As we wind down, you want to respond quickly?
Thank you very much. Wakola mwakuchikankata imwe. Ise tinina mpamvu zokalipira boma ya UPND. Na amene imwe wavota imwe tinina mpamvu yomukalipirani. Wa president wenzo pita na tumasacheti, tuama cooking oil. Why simwenzo kuvalesa? Imwe amene wakuchikankata imwe. Why simwenzo valesa president pane wenzo kamba pankani ya njala ati kambani zanu. So ndiye problem yane muli nayo imwe vantu imwe. Ise timu kambira nkoni onani road yanu amene kuchikankata kwa wane muli. Wachita kwatika wanampelekani kuti from the main road brother Patrick kwenda kuchikankata. You'll be shocked because it's like sukunkala bantu. Manje ise tiba kambira pano ati ya yosa kamba njala. Unfortunately tizamu kumbusani that mwenzo uza wantu ati unga zambo gula pa 50 kwacha. Wa president ndiye wenzo uza ziko. Nizingati lero unga wenzo kamba wakabwera fertilizer uzambo guliwa pa 250. Wasi mwenzo valesa imwe. Nikabwera mzambo kudya katatu. So imwe tienti ziko ndana muziko. Kulibana nyoza wa president okukwazo. Ndaise tikamba ati imwe vadara uko mufunika mwayamba kunkhala na malandi yayo yankhala protected vadara paikiwa title deed apo pamene muli noti wabulo tenga lithium pamene munankhala apo pasa foreigner iyo lithium mufunika muireta kuboma mwamene valimira vantu milisi kupeleka ku FRA. You should be a free Zambian to take your resources, then the government should be stockpiling the resource it has. That is forex bwana. You cannot develop a country. There is no country which has developed na nkani ama World Bank and the IMF. That's why today, look at a young man at 37 is the best performing president. Captain Traore. He has survived 19 attempts and the world powers are after him. So we are telling you that ise loko mutikali pire mwe vadara uko ise tikamba na vana vanu because mungatresa kamba panjara imwe ni mwandani mepoti njara ndiye amene mnachosesa panzanu. So we are going to continue talking because stinga ngai na charo chakuti vikwati vonongeka record ya last year 67,000 vikwati konongeka majority of them ni ngani ya njara tikambe pano atiyai osakamba tikamba tifuna chitukuko chinkhalepo not vikwati vizionongeka muza vandu atino vazinkhala na mavana 2020 azankhala bwanji muntu na vana 2020 alibecho vajesa vana. So that is misplaced priority. Thank you very much.
Mr. Ngoma, as we wrap up, just one final question. Would the leadership movement join any of the existing alliances?
Thank you very much. To be very clear and candid, for now, leadership movement is on its own for a simple reason. We haven't seen any agenda. Remember, Brother Patrick, when we were coming from PF, these people came as an alliance. We didn't ask them that pochosa wa PF mzati terachani. Because President Michael Sata was together with President Church. He said, Mwana, you are under 5 inaenda ini. And the PF was formed later before UPND. He had to overtook it. The Mazambians wanawa votera Wasata without any alliance. So what was it? Wasata the blueprint of his more money in the pocket. People voted for him. And today, ask the very alliances, what is it that you are bringing on the table? When you go to Registrar of Society, you are not going to find Tons Alliance. When you go to Registrar of Society, you are not going to find the UK Alliance. What you are going to find there are individual political parties. So what kind of confusion is that? We cannot join ideas which are not correlating. We as leadership, we are talking about land. No, he has to go. So what? When he goes, what is it that you are bringing? So leadership movement, we are very patient, and if we are to be candid, Patrick and Madam Shekinah, the number one corrupt individuals, we are not here to beg for vote. If we are very candid. A leader, remember the Lord Jesus Christ when he found people doing merchandise in church. We are here whipping the voters now to say, number one corrupt individual Zambia munoni voter wa Patrick. Now, Madam Shekinah, wama voter teza kuma by election. Kwane wapa ya mbuzi vaenda. Kwane wapa ngombe, they have nothing to do with ideology. So, waka voter ati ndi mwamozi na amozi. Amozi branji, imwendia muka mama wakwendo voter. So, what we are saying, if Zambians changes the way they look at things, the better for us. As it stands, leadership movement and President Silumbe, we are nowhere near the alliance for as long as these people continue just removing this government without agenda, unless there's a party that will be towing the way we are talking about the land ownership with title deeds, the nationalistic agenda where we control things of our own, unlike we allow foreigners to take charge of our resources. So in summary, let me
We have a caller.
Oh.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. You're to the Voice of the People.
Yeah, you can pardon me, moderators there. Under 10 seconds, this is Solomon once again from Chiturika, Zambia.
Please go ahead, quickly.
Thank you. Point of correction. He is saying land for foreigners only. No. If you can recall, the head of state has labored over this issue concerning land. When you've got land with minerals, you can partner with a foreigner. You are talking of capital and land. It's how you can do business in partnership. This is done world over. You know, you cannot say no foreigners, no foreigners. Go by United States, even by UK. Those high-rise buildings belong to private sector.
Many thanks.
Thank you.
Hello, you to the Voice of the People.
Good morning.
Good morning. Quickly, under 30 seconds. Your names and where you're calling from.
Mukambana chimwene mtonga ni Sakala ko fasti. Muziva wa muntu ngati uli na njala kuganiza uganza pang'ono wanu va president vathu venzoenda na pamera mumkosi futi again upeza ti pamera amene ija yankhala monga kwakuti vaista empower yapaka maningi futi yankhala doubled pali ija time ya valungu yenzeko chipi pali time yavo ya dula then again pali time ya valungu tenzo kudya kambiri then time yavo tikudya tiyuzinga calculator weyachokapo nishikulibe kudya muli time ya bali vantu vambiri vambo flying at maimbwa just because of njala kutuma kwamene ukuti nanzera news yakuti venzo flying akaimbwa so va president bali vapanga maskandozi yambiri just because of kagodi kasanduka zinki ku airport apo pevenishi which means government yathu tilibe trust government poendo print and drama sive inga zi print and drama itali ifupi nishi which means simali capable kuteka country okay mselenze bwino
Zigom. Quickly, in a minute, we'll allow you to respond, then we'll wrap up.
Okay, thank you very much. Mwaona Bambo Patrick and Madam Shekinah, this is what we are saying. Zambians are following the happenings. Va president wenzo pita mnatuma pamera. Wakuchikankate wenzo tikali pira pano. So if we are very factual, and what he's saying is true to what we are talking about, for us to do away with this pamera issue, tifunuko utenga mwana huyu opunzira na osapunzira taenda naye kuchitukuko because labor being what it is aliyense muntu ana talanta kunja huko so mungatuza tukugwira kambwira tacho se chizungu muntu pakamo iyo ni colonialism so our Filimoni ava I don't know where he stays. That's why namuza nati we are not here as a praise singer. Our Filimoni tivamverera chifundo because when he's given 100 kwacha to disturb wherever I go he follows me this person. So what I'm telling him now is that we are not talking to people who are well to do. We are talking to people who are suffering. What happened, Brother Patrick, to people of Apa Pachongwa, Papa Kampasa? What happened? And he's telling us, no, there should be. Why are we not dealing with the issue locally? Pachongo within Lusaka. So we are saying such abnormalities can be worked on when a government has got a straightforward policy where your people, the way they are giving you a vote, po vote akulipati ndwe 14. Ufatika chabe vote. Then wakamba CDF. Which country has developed with the CDF? Because the amene CDF niweka weka chabe mwene tienda niweka weka chabe UPND wane waitenga CDF. Then wazikamba at everyone. If we were a leadership movement, the 36 they are claiming to be, it was going to be pumped into nitrogen chemicals of Zambia. So that we start manufacturing fertilizer. The 156 CDF Randy Cruisers yenze kutivuta kuma by elections. Imwe wa Power FM mulibe koloko imozi. Media house, not even one. Because we are the ones who are supposed to be monitoring. So it is misplaced priority. That's why ngati tikamba pano, tikamba pachikondi. We mundu ngati ukonda mzako suza uita va Patrick ngaswanaja tivalesi.
Mr. Ngoma, we will have to leave it at that.
Let me give the number so that those who may find time to contact us can have it. The number to give us, to get in touch with us is 0973 60 7500. 0973 60 7500. The other one 0966 57 28 84. 0966 57 28 84. It is support your local team. Local is laka waftala akaimwe no mwine ninkani ya gala mukani. So iwe ngati ukudya stili na iwe tikamba na uyu muntu amena vutika na pamera mukomboni ziko mkwambiri pamoja.
Many thanks to everybody who called in this morning. Mr. Jairo Ngoma, Secretary General of the Leadership Movement. Many thanks for coming through on the program this morning.
Appreciated, and thanks to the management of our wonderful radio station management. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Voice of the People is a dynamic and interactive radio phoning show that gives listeners a platform to voice their opinions on current affairs, social issues, and community concerns. With engaging discussions, expert insights, real-time audience participation. Voice of the People.